Have you ever had one of those days where you wake up, look at your to-do list, and instantly feel overwhelmed? Like there's that one task you keep putting off. Maybe it's writing a report, making a tough phone call, or finally starting that project you've been dreading. You know it's important, but somehow you find yourself cleaning your desk, checking emails, or even scrolling through your phone. Sound familiar? If so, you're not alone. Today, I want to share a productivity method that totally changed the way I tackle my day. It's called eating the frog. So where does this weird phrase come from? Eat the frog is a concept popularized by Brian Tracy, who borrowed the idea from a quote often attributed to Mark Twain. The idea is simple. If the first thing you do each morning is to eat a live frog, you can go through the rest of your day knowing that the hardest, most unpleasant thing is already behind you. Basically, in productivity terms, your frog is your most important and usually most dreaded task of the day. I remember the first time I heard this. It sounded weird. I didn't really understand what it meant. But the more I thought about it, the more it made sense. We all have those frogs in our lives, the tasks we avoid because they're uncomfortable or challenging. But deep down, we know they matter most. Here's the thing. Procrastination isn't just about being lazy. It's often about avoiding discomfort. Our brains are wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. So naturally, we gravitate towards the easy stuff first, like replying to emails or organizing files. But all that busy work doesn't actually move us forward. When you eat the frog first thing, you're flipping the script. You're telling your brain, hey, I can handle hard things. And the best part, once you've tackled that big ugly task, everything else feels easier by comparison. I've noticed on days when I eat my frog early, I'm way more productive and less stressed for the rest of the day. Drop a comment below if you've ever tried this, or if you have your own tricks for beating procrastination. Okay, so you're probably wondering, how do I know what my frog is? Your frog is usually the task that will have the biggest positive impact on your goals, but it's also the one that you're most likely to avoid. It might be something you've been putting off for days, weeks, or even months. Here's a quick exercise. At the start of your day, look at your to-do list and ask yourself, if I could only get one thing done today, what would make the biggest difference? That's probably your frog. It doesn't have to be huge. Sometimes it's a phone call you've been dreading, or finally sending that email. Other times, it's a big project that needs to be broken down into smaller steps. Personally, I like to write my frog at the very top of my to-do list and try to commit to tackling it before I do anything else. It's not always easy, but it's incredibly satisfying to cross it off. Try this tomorrow morning. Identify your frog, write it down, and make it your first priority. Alright, so you found your frog. Now what? Here's a few tips that have actually helped me follow through. So the first thing would be to start small. If your frog feels overwhelming, break it into bite-sized pieces. You don't have to eat the whole frog in one gulp. The second thing would be to remove distractions. So things like putting your phone on silent, closing any unnecessary tabs, or maybe setting a timer for 25 minutes. Just focus on that one task. What you can also do is reward yourself. So once you've eaten your frog, give yourself a little treat. Maybe a coffee break, a walk, or just a few minutes to relax. And one of the most important things is to be consistent. So the more you practice this, the easier it gets. It's like building a muscle. The first few times are tough, but soon it becomes a habit. And I'll be honest with you, some days I still struggle. There are mornings when I stare at my frog and think, maybe I'll just do it later. But I've learned that the longer I wait, the bigger and uglier that frog seems to get. So what's the point in bothering with all this? Well, I would say that the reason is when you consistently tackle your most important tasks first, you make real progress towards your goals. You build momentum, you boost your confidence, and you end up freeing up mental energy for the rest of your day. Plus, you avoid that nagging feeling of unfinished business hanging over your head. Try this and give it a go tomorrow. Pick that one thing you've been avoiding and just do it. Then come back and let me know in the comments how it felt. Did it make the rest of your day easier? Did you feel more accomplished? And if you found this helpful, share it with a friend who's always putting things off. Remember, productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. Eating the frog isn't always easy, but it is a simple, powerful way to take control of your day and get closer to your goals. So the next time you're staring down a daunting task, just ask yourself, what's my frog today? And then eat it. Thanks for watching this video. If you want more tips on beating procrastination and getting things done, hit that subscribe button and stick around. I'll see you in the next video.